Welcome to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, the podcast where we make 5-minute decisions that can change your business, your relationships, and your life. Hello, once again, this is Dean Soto with prosulam.com and freedomin5minutes.com, and we are here for another Freedom in 5 Minutes episode. Today's topic is this. You get frustrated with the dog, you can't take it back. That and more coming up. All right, interesting topic. This morning, my wife freaked out at the dog and started crying her eyes out. So we have this Cane Corso dog, or Cane Corso, however you say, and she's gone from being this cute little puppy to a pretty big puppy that is doing some very naughty things. Things such as growling, and in a playful way, growling and biting and things like that. Things that are not what we want her to be doing when she has a lot of high energy, especially around 7 different kids. Not very good. And for the last few days, which is one of the reasons why I've been kind of lackadaisical on the podcast, last few days have been whenever I've left the house, something has happened. And my wife has freaked out. And today was no exception. So today I needed to bring the car into the shop just to get its 90,000 mile checkup. I bring the car over into the shop, and my wife sends a Marco Polo. She's walking with the dog on our land, and has our youngest baby strapped to her chest in a ergo, and the baby is trying to sleep, and the dog is pulling my wife. And she is wondering, how do I get this dog to stop pulling me and for me to walk the dog normally? And so in my infinite wisdom, I gave her a call back rather than a Marco Polo back. And if you don't know what Marco Polo is an app on the iPhone that lets you send video messages, kind of like almost like sending video chats. Really cool. I like it a lot, actually. But I give her a call, and she is freaking out. She is yelling at my kids because my kids are stressing her out outside. The dog is stressing her out. Everything's stressing out. She's starting to cry. And here I am trying to get work done while the car is being worked on, and I'm thinking in my head and thinking that I need to get home. So at that point, I have the decision to make, right? I have the decision to just let her do her thing, and I'll solve it later on in the day, in the evening, or whatever when I get home. Or as soon as the mechanic is done, I go and help solve the problem. Well, I decided to go and help solve the problem, okay? The mechanic actually got done relatively quickly, and so I hopped in my car and I drove back home, and I told my oldest daughter, hey, I'll pay you $5. I need you to watch all the kids, and I'm taking mommy outside, and we're going to start training on the dog. And we started training on the dog. This is something that she had not really wanted to do. She was getting to the point where she just wanted to get rid of the dog, give her back to the breeder, and basically I was like, no, let's try. You have to put in the work, right? You have to at least try. And my wife is not a dog person, by the way, so for her to do this is not natural. She does not like pets. She never grew up with pets. The only memory with dogs she has is getting bit by like one of those little poodle dogs, and when she was young, and never wanted anything to do with dogs. So we went out there and we worked at it, and we worked, and it came to the point where the dog was the dog was walking with her, walking beside her, kind of behind her, and totally obeying in the way that she wanted to and wanted. And one of the things that I told her, and one of the things that I helped her to see, is that, look, if you expect right now, because you literally have not had any training with dog whatsoever, you do not like the dog at all, you cannot expect to take this dog out. You cannot expect to take this dog out and have it listen to you right away. You can't expect to just go and, have these wonderful walks. So let me take this dog out. This puppy who is 40 pounds. I'm going to take this dog and it's going to listen to me and we're just going to frolic in the woods. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. When you have a puppy, when you have a dog like that, you have to train it. You have to become basically the pack leader of the house. The dog acts very different with me than it does with anybody else in the family. And that's what needs to happen with my wife, and that's what needs to happen with my kids, is they need to establish their order, the pecking order with the puppy, right? And so once I helped her to realize, look, it's not going to, for the next 2 weeks, if we train on this, the next 2 weeks, it's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be work. You have to earn the spot. You have to earn the spot to be able to go and spend time and have a good walk with the dog. Right? And so when she changed her expectation, when she saw that, it's going to be work. I'll do it. It's going to be work, and I should not expect that the dog's not going to run in front of me or accidentally trip me or try and nip me when it thinks I'm trying to play with it. Why? So when her expectations changed, then the whole walk changed. The whole walk changed, and the dog actually followed. The dog actually listened. It was pretty amazing. So why is this important? This is important because a lot of the times we get frustrated because of our expectations. We get frustrated and we make decisions out of that frustration, but that initial frustration comes from our expectations, right? So I see this a lot with people who want to start a business, per se. They might say, I'm going to get this thing started, and then they realize, oh crap, it's a lot of friggin' hard work. It's not like the movies where the star starts a business and a little montage happens, and all of a sudden they're doing really well. It doesn't work that way. When you go into it expecting that it's going to be a lot of hard work, it's going to be a lot of learning, it's going to be a lot of getting beat up and everything like that, then you can be in it for the long haul, because the rewards in the end are totally worth it, right? The same thing goes for marriage. Same thing goes for dating. The same thing goes for so many different things. When you come at it with the expectation that it's going to be a lot of work every day it's work, every day it's work, every day it's work, then you can make really sound decisions, okay? So what's one thing right now that you're frustrated with, that if you just changed your expectation, you saw that, okay, I'm expecting it to be this way, this glamorous thing, but in reality, I should have realized that it was going to take work. Maybe it was a hobby you started, or maybe it was a new business venture, or maybe it was something you hired someone new, or something like that. Whatever it might be, what is that one thing right now that is frustrating you, and you know that it's because of your current expectation? What's that one thing? And just try and reframe that expectation and see how big of a difference that will change the frustration that you actually have. And then it'll allow you to make some pretty amazing decisions very, very quickly. All right, this is Dean Soto with Freedom in 5 Minutes. I'm going to get back in and start playing some games with my daughters, and I will catch you in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes episode.